What's up, everybody? This is A Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Black Moon Lilith in the 12th house of the natal birth chart. So now, we're going to address what Lilith is all about. In ancient mythology, Lilith was known to be Adam's first wife. It was not Eve. And Lilith was made up from the dirt, just like Adam. She held within inside of her the same strengths and weaknesses as him, so she was the same as him. But Lilith did not want to be overpowered by Adam. She did not want to be submissive. She didn't like rules. She didn't like any kind of restriction being placed upon her. And because of this, Lilith was casted out of the garden. And then God went on to make Eve to be the more suitable mate for Adam. Okay, we know that Eve is submissive and things of this nature and all of that. So it was said that Lilith went out into the world, having sex with demons, being possessed by the devil. Lilith wanted to be liberated. She was very rebellious. She wanted to explore her rawest sexual nature, and she could not do these things being with Adam. Okay, the shit was not going to pop off that way. So now, when you are dealing with the Lilith energy in your natal birth chart, it's going to be destructive energy that's going on. It is when you're moving on your lower vibration. It does have to do with your most ultimate, rawest sexual nature. That can be even fucking possible. Okay. Lilith energy has to do with chaos, confusion, also. All right. Wanting to go against the norm, wanting to go against the grain, wanting to do your own thing, wanting to be liberated, original, being eccentric, being very unique. All of these things come into play when you are dealing with Lilith. The only thing with Lilith is it brings that destructive nature to the fucking table, that demonic nature to the table. So now the Black Moon Lilith is entering inside of the 12th house. So the 12th house has to do with hospitals, jails, isolation. It has to do with your bed and bedtime, bed pleasures. It has to do with secrets, hidden knowledge, hidden information, hidden gifts, gifts that are hidden from you, okay? And it's not like, but it is similar to the 8th house. Very similar to the 8th house, okay? But the difference is that the 8th house has to do with your conscious mind, where the 12th house has to do with your subconscious mind. So we know that we're dealing with the subconscious mind when we're dealing with the 12th house, along with your past life, things that went on and took place in your past life. Okay, it's all seen by the 12th house. The 12th house is ruled by Pisces, and Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Okay, so things can be an optical illusion. It can be very confusing, chaotic, but it is a spiritual house. Okay, it's about the spirituality and diving deep into your subconscious mind and bringing that out to the forefront. So the 12th house can be seen also as a house of self-denial, self-deception, addictions, escapism, wanting to just keep on escaping and not really want to deal with this world or this reality in a realistic light. So the 12th house can be very unrealistic, okay? It's about the other world, the other realm, okay, that we cannot see as humans, okay? On top of that, it does show long distance journeys, okay, as far as like overseas and things of that nature. So this is a mystical, magical house. Along with that, it does have to do with spells and magic, okay? So we're going to jump into this right now. Black Moon Lilith in the 12th house. So now these men and women may deny or minimize their own darkness until it comes and erupts to the full surface. You can feel that there are forces working against you, coming from every different angle. Okay, we do know that the 12th house has to do with enemies and hidden enemies. And these men and women can assert their energy out into the world, going out to be successful, do things in this life, and they can feel like there's some other kind of otherworldly force that is unforeseen that is fucking attacking them, okay, hindering them, stopping them, won't allow them to bloom to their full potential. Okay, they can feel like there are people that are also doing the same thing, that are hidden in the background, just maliciously trying to do things to them, evil, devilish things to them, trying to crush their dreams, wishing bad shit on them. Okay, this is how these men and women do view things. And as a matter of fact, these are actually the things that will go on and take place. Outside forces and hidden enemies will definitely be coming towards these men and women in a crazy ass kind of way. Okay, you may build up resentment and paranoia, which will prove to be far more destructive to your soul than your enemies could ever be. Okay, so now these men and women, even though they will have these enemies and outside forces coming their way, okay, this can really take a toll on these men and women's mind on a psychological level. It can really fuck with their minds, and they can even go to the extent of being very paranoid now. Okay, they're paranoid, thinking that people are always out to get them, out to hurt them, out to stop them, out to do something to them. Okay, so their mind can be very chaotic. Very chaotic. Okay, these men and women may have found themselves at some point in their life feeling stuck in a fucking rut, feeling trapped, feeling caged in, feeling like all hope is gone, all hope is lost. Where am I going? Who can I turn to? Who can I run to? Okay, and on top of this, these men and women, they can end up finding themselves in jail, hospitals, and even psychiatric wards. Okay, now, even though they might find themselves in these places, it is likely that you may have been wrongly placed there or forcibly confined and had no business being there in the first goddamn place. Okay, so that means that you could go to jail for some shit you didn't do. You could go to jail for some shit that you was associated with, but really didn't have nothing to do with it. Okay, you could go to the hospital, all right, and be in there longer than what you should even be in there for. Okay, or maybe somebody placed you in the hospital when you really didn't need to be there in the first fucking place, trying to act like some shit is wrong with you, and ain't shit really wrong with you like that. Okay, psychiatric wards, okay, could have been placed in there. Somebody could have been saying, oh, you're crazy. Okay, you need to be controlled. You need to calm down. And now you're in there talking to somebody about your fucking life, and ain't nothing even really wrong with you. But now you can start to begin that you do have issues. Now you can start to feel like there is something wrong with you, and all of these things could go on and take place. Or because you had no business being there in the first place. Okay, this can be one of the most dangerous placements for the Black Moon Lilith to be in. This is connected to your subconscious and your unconscious mind. All right, so their Black Moon Lilith, Lilith being in the 12th house, is linked to their subconscious and unconscious mind. Okay, that this is a tricky placement, okay, because your subconscious mind, you have to go and dig deep and pull it back. Sometimes in your subconscious mind, you're not even fully aware of what's going on, what's taking place. Things are being perceived many different kinds of ways because you think it's this way, but it's really a different way, and you have to go in your mind to get it out. And it's so far pushed back there that it's hard for you to reach, it's hard for you to get to. And this is why this placement is a difficult placement to have if you do have this placement. Okay, on top of that, Lilith can bring out a lot of fear and shame to these men and women's lives. Okay, these men and women could have grown up fearing many things, doubting their selves, doubting their abilities, feeling ashamed that they feel the way that they feel, that they think the way that they think, and they move the way that they move. Okay, these are the type of men and women that when they were kids, they could have been clowned a lot. People could have made fun of them. People could have talked about them a lot. People could have ridiculed them, shunned them, dismissed them, acted like what they were talking about didn't matter. How they felt didn't matter. Okay, and that builds up a fear, and also on top of fear it builds up a rage. Okay, so now these men and women are going to be very rageful. They're going to have a burning fucking rage of wanting to explode on somebody's ass. Okay, because they endured so many different things that you men and women may not even think from just meeting them that they have even encountered. Okay, this Lilith is linked and connected to your past life as well as your early childhood. Okay, so now their past life could have been very much intense, full of a lot of hurt, pain, disappointment, rejection, neglection. Okay, and then on top of it being in their past life, you got to deal with that shit in this fucking life too, coming in the world. Okay, and this is what goes on with them. They deal with these different fucking things. Nobody seems to fucking really understand them. And the people that think that they understand them still fucking don't understand them. Okay, this is also a placement where these men and women, they need a strong support system. They need encouragement. They need love. They need somebody to be in their corner. Okay, this is what they need. Not so much the 12th house person, Lilith, is saying, I need this. No, this is what they do need, because they need it for their mental capacity so that they can be fucking stable and balanced, okay, in their lives. Lilith in the 12th house is responsible of the most darkest forms of sexuality. Her influence may bring dreams of rape and other unwanted perversions. Okay, the thoughts that go on in these men and women minds can be very disturbing to their selves. Okay, they can probably and this is not just this is not just dreams, okay, that we're talking about. We're talking about just a fucking thinking, how you're sitting here right now and you're just thinking to yourself what you're about to say. Yeah. Okay, so their minds can very much be thinking about somebody getting raped. They can be thinking about raping somebody. Okay, they can be thinking about pushing themselves onto somebody in a sexual kind of way. Fucking a kid, okay, thinking about molesting a kid, okay, or they could just be thinking in their minds, okay, that these things can be going on and taking place in other people's lives, okay, but their minds will be very dark, and they will think of a lot of things that are strange, unusual, and peculiar, okay. This will be highly potent if there are hard aspects to Lilith. Okay, so if there's hard aspects to Lilith, as far as the black moon Lilith in the 12th house goes, then they will definitely be prone to these deep, dark rooted forms of sexuality, okay, that can manifest in their dreams, okay, of rape, of unwanted perversions, okay, and doing those kind of things, or visualizing those things being done to somebody else, or even being done to themselves, okay. So this is a tricky placement, as I already said. Men, okay, now I'm specifically talking about the men. The men with this placement, this can manifest as them having a darker, impulsive nature towards women, okay. This is what this placement does bring about. Okay, so now these men and women, thoughts may be difficult and unbearable to deal with. And it can be very hard to manage. Okay, there's a lot going on in their mind. Their mind is very much distorted. Okay, something went on and took place when they were children. Something went on and took place in their past life, and they are still dealing with the traumatic trauma that went on and took place. Okay, as a result, you can resort to self harming tendencies as far as escapism, okay, dealing with drugs, substances, alcohol, sex addictions, pills, prescription pills, okay, all of these things. These men and women can decide that this world is difficult, this world is too hard to deal and cope. And in order for them to really fully be able to cope, they may just feel like they need to go get high. They may need to do coke. They might need to do crack. They need to fucking do all of those things and alcohol on top of sex. Okay, so all of these things can go on and take place, and it can really take a toll on them, on their fucking soul. You can have a vicious thought and general negatively towards your mind. So generally they can think negatively in their mind. They can have vicious thoughts. They can have negative thoughts that are very much pessimistic. Okay, these men and women can find themselves in depression. Okay, self-worth, self-destruction, okay, and any other kind of negative feelings can definitely take over these people's soul. All right, this is something else. Now these men and women, they can definitely been through some intense storms in their life. Okay, this is not indicated of somebody that had an easy fucking life. No, they didn't. And this is also the type of placement where these men and women, they did not have to grow up in poverty. Okay, that did not have to be their case. They could have grew up in a wealthy home. They could have had a lot of things being provided for them. But these men and women could have felt like nothing that they fucking did counted. Nothing that they did mattered. Nobody really was noticing them in their true fucking self. Okay, now maybe people was noticing them for what they should be doing. Okay, putting ideals on them. And these men and women seem to feel like they're falling short. They feel like they're falling short because the demands and the high expectations is too fucking far-fetched for them to grab and hold. Okay, doesn't mean that they can't do it. No, it doesn't mean that. Okay, but the way that they feel when they accomplish goals, when they accomplish things, okay, they're not getting the full-blown recognition in the way that they should. Okay, so now these men and women experience a lot of things in their life. All right, and on top of that, they will have a lot of skeletons trapped in their closet. They have dealt with some things that they are not fully wanting to come to terms with, want to really expose. These men and women can be very secretive about what went on and took place in their lives. The shit that they did, the devilish acts that they did. Of course, nobody wants to expose or talk about shit that they have done that was not good and not great. But these men and women, they don't want to expose it. They don't want to talk about it. But what ends up happening with this placement is that it fucks with them and their fucking mind, the shit that they did. Okay, the shit that they had to endure. Okay, the secrets that they have to keep. And they know other people's secrets too that they also keep in hold. And this is what fucks with them on a mental fucking level. This is what fucks with them. Okay, you may know crucial information about other people. Okay, you will easily come across people with dangerous, devilish secrets. And you will have your own dark secrets as well. Okay, so these men and women are fighting their dark side. They are fighting their dark nature. Okay, they are trying to deny this side to them. They don't want to deal with it. And I'm telling you right now that these men and women have done a lot of different things, but they've seen a lot of bad shit too. Okay, these are the type of men and women that could have been around people that did bad shit, evil shit, and didn't like it, okay, and maybe they did not speak up at the moment, okay, maybe they waited later, and maybe the minute that they fucking spoke up about it, okay, now other shit is starting to come at them, like if you say some shit, this will happen, if you do this, this is going to happen, and things like that, okay. Don't get it fucked up and don't get it twisted, because these men and women can also be this person that has done shit like that, and they are the ones that's also threatening other people not to say shit and not to do shit, or this will happen. So this could go either or way, okay, but these men and women are trying to dismiss and minimize and deny their own darkness, okay, until it just comes to a full-blown surface where now they cannot run, they cannot hide, and they have to ultimately deal with this fucking shit. Deal with this fucking karma, because this is exactly what it is. It's coming from their past life, shit that they did, shit that went on, and shit that they didn't like. And then early on in life, here it goes again. Similar situations may not be the exact same situation from their past life, but they're still going to endure some bullshit. Okay? And because of that, these men and women decide that they want to get on drugs. They decide that they want to get coked the fuck up. They want to be alcoholed up, and they want to get high all the time. They want to have a lot of sex, not a little bit. They want to fuck you for rounds and rounds while they're feeling free and high and on that fucking kite. Okay, and this is what they feel like is going to heal them. Okay, so now this is the thing with this placement. Drugs are not going to heal your pain. It's only going to take it away for the moment. Okay, so if you are going through difficult times and your mind is so chaotic to the point where you feel like this is so uncontrollable and you can't manage it because it's so unbearable, what you can do is seek out help. You can talk to somebody that you feel comfortable with. And if you don't feel comfortable with anybody and you feel comfortable with me, you can hit me up and we can chop it up and we can talk. And that's just what it is. Okay, but these men and women need to know that they are valuable. They need to know that they are beautiful, that they are worthy, they are capable, and no matter what goes on in your life, people do make mistakes, okay? What you have to do is rectify the situation and just don't do those things anymore. I'm sure a lot of things went on and took place in your life that you did not like and was absolutely disappointing and disgusting to you, okay? You probably hate shit that you even fucking did about your fucking self, and you probably fucking hate yourself sometimes, okay? But you want to know what? You need to embrace it, acknowledge it, and move forward from it, okay? So this is all I'm going to say about this placement for now. In future videos to come, I will be going more into depth into this placement. Please be sure to check out my online store. It is Grimy Gear at www.gramygear.com. If you need a caterer, be sure to hit me up. I am the chef goddess also at Supreme Royale Catering at gmail.com. If you need my husband to do any work to your home, swimming pool, or business, you can hit him up at around Nesbitt90 at gmail.com. If anybody needs a tarot card reading, it's $30. If you need your birth chart to be analyzed so that you can understand and grasp, it will be $50 for 2 hours. And if you need a synastry chart, a composite chart, which is a compatibility chart, that is $70 for 2 hours. Okay, I will have all the information in the section on my YouTube channel that says about. You can scroll, it's going to say about. Click on that and all the services is going to be on there. I do not have time to write under the description every single time I do a video because my life, I have a lot of stuff to do. I can't just do it all the time, all right? But I will try my best to do it sometimes, okay? I will try because I was doing it, but shit is it's too much, okay? Well, please, if you need that, you can definitely do that. So this has been A Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening. Love is love, peace, and blessings to you all. And I will see you on the next one.